Going on, everybody? Hello, Ryan Campbell. Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
What is going on? Yeah, guys, sound off if you're here. Let us know.
Joey doing a better job of staying hydrated than myself.
It's important. Shelton was telling me the other day, he said, I think I've been dehydrated for years. He's like, because I've been drinking water and I just feel like I used to. Like when he thought back to how like feeling good felt in the 20s, in his 20s and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, I just started drinking water and now I feel like I used to.
Dude, it could be, man. I like, it's probably a damn battle every day to keep. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, where's this water going?
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Kyle. John Krantz. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's right.
Grant?
It is today, huh?
Today
That's what Facebook said.
Today is the day. Well, if Facebook said it, you know what's up. Dale, hello, fellas. Don Port Wine, helloing
Man.
back on you.
They just...
Helloing near you.
What's up, Les? We got Austin up in here. Hello, hello. Damn.
Joey, what up, guys? Joey Sankhouse.
Yep. Jay, wow.
Good evening,
Damn.
sir.
Man, what do you guys got for us today?
Anything? Joey and Tim doing a bunch of shotgun stuff today.
Yeah. Yep. There's Mr. Tom. Hello, sir. Mike Farrell.
Hello, hello, Max's Path. Hello, sir. You said hello, sirs, and Joey? No, I'm kidding.
How much water per day are you drinking? Man, this is a gallon. I try to go through this each day. I don't make it every day. But some days I do more.
Yeah, bro. Uh-oh. This is Shelton. It's probably telling, like, sit up straight or something. Okay, like, you know what I mean? Man, I used to, not that anybody was asking me, but in the real world, if you did, I drank a gallon a day, or try to drink a gallon a day, like you said, and a Pedialyte, and then all the other stuff as well. Like when we used to sell the ORS rehydration salts a lot, I try to get into some of those. Dude, a long time ago, when we did like a bunch of contractor classes during the weekend, or the summer, they were pouring all the Gluconade in there. I probably told you this, I might have, but anyway, like dudes are just like, I got a headache, and they're like, you're dehydrated, and Jaeger's like, pound water, pound it, get after it, and they're pounding it, and like through the murky cloud, there were all the desiccant packs from the previous pack. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is what's giving everybody. They were like, stop. Like, dump it out.
Damn.
Heather says you drank almost 2 gallons when you were teaching like a week ago. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll get you out there on the range. Dude, speaking of those oral rehydration salts, so on the packet, it says to put in like 16 fluid ounces of water or something, like a bottle of water. I put one of these into my gallon one time, and it tasted god awful. I could not imagine putting one of those whole packets into
a 16 ounce.
Yeah.
Jaeger used to make fun of me because when we were in Iraq, and if we had the bro hook up like over at the hospital, like those dudes would get an IV bag and they'd have floaters in them. They look at them and they're like, we can't run this through a catheter. So we're going to throw them out. I was like, whoa, don't throw them out. So I would cut them with like a bunch of like Kool-Aid mixture and some water and then some of that. And Jaeger was like, how awful does that taste? And I says, we're in a position right now where it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? It's
right.
It's so freaking hot and I'm about to die. So I'm just putting on a good show so nobody knows.
No.
1 packet per liter, says Kyle.
Even then, that would be too much.
Yeah. VSO Gun Channel had a dude flip out on me the other day because I had ball ammo in my mag while I was carrying. Yep, bro, I'm just glad you had some in your magazine. I'd flip out if they didn't. I was talking to Heather today, and she was asking me like, what Are there like things that kind of, I don't know, pet peeves or things that like, bro? And I used to do this speech at the end of class where I would say, you know, you are your first responder, you're the tip of the spear, you guys did really good. Now carry your gun, whatever. And like, there would be at least one dude like looking at me while I'm giving this, and he's like shucking the rounds out of his magazines into the ammo can. And then behind him, there's like a dude going click. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'm never saying this speech again. It's just going right in one ear, out the other. There's no point in even bringing it up again. And I feel bad that we don't do that anymore. I still feel the same way. I just I was talking to Andrew, in fact, and somebody was telling him, it's like, you know, if you are facing like drones or something like that, all those loaded mags won't make a difference. And I said, well, the loaded ones won't make a difference either. You know what I mean? The unloaded ones won't either. And so if I had my druthers, I'd just keep them loaded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so anyway, I'm wondering why a live round forced into the back of the spent casing in a chamber is called a double feed. Seems like it's a failure eject. I don't know, man. I had one of the early the Barretts, the piston guns, the Rec 7s. It did that before. It like ripped the shoulder off the empty casing, leave it in the chamber, and it would load another one in there. And so I'd have to like mortar that thing out, and when it came out, it was like an extra long piece of brass. I was like, oh my God, did I put a 30-06 in there or something? And so anyway, so I don't know. I guess you could say that it is a failure to eject,
or failure to. Well, so I don't know if Mike is being serious or not, but there was a dude who was like nitpicking the difference between a failure to extract and a double feed, which is right. They get interchanged. Like when you Google it, it's like they're the same thing.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, we had one dude freaking out about that in the comments. I want to give a shout out to Casey because he mentioned it earlier. He's on 3 full weeks of his strength training program now. Hit it for 3 full weeks. So keep it up, man. Awesome. Yeah. I know a lot of you guys. Started at Alumni Weekend, so just keep it going, dudes. That's super cool. It's not easy either. So keep it up.
I like it. Yeah, man. Good for you, brother. On the Max's path, unloaded mags are sad mags. Yeah, mags don't have sad mags, man. Make them happy.
Yeah.
Put the things they want in them.
Blake Chin, I'm about to watch Ron White at the Comedy Mothership out in Austin. Hey, man, hopefully we'll see. And then he says, see y'all in a few days, maybe. I mean, yeah, show up. Tell us how that show goes.
Adam Hall, hello, sirs.
What is going on, everybody? Okay, so Mike says he was trolling. The comments in the video had him dying. Yeah, it was over the double feed stuff. You know, I posted as usual. You're setting the internet on fire. I posted a video of you talking about the double feed clearance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no. God. They're like, I'm just gonna check in here just to be upset about something. I'm like, dude, if you just like fix one of these once in a while, you'd be all right. Barry Yeager, gravity can suck it. Yeah, it usually does.
Yeah. Austin agreeing with you that the shucka shucka click is the worst. It is.
It is. No, it's almost as bad as the shucka shucka bang. And
almost as bad.
Almost as bad. I almost prefer that because that might stop them from doing it. I don't know what that other thing is, but and they're not looking when they do it. They're looking at you.
Yeah.
And they're like, just like, it's almost like they have contempt for the gun at this point. They're like, I'm, this stupid gun. This guy made me shoot it, the whole thing, and now I don't want to have anything to do with it anymore. Jose Rivera asking you, how may I get a print of the picture?
So that one over there. I'm actually not 100% on where to get that. You can, Heather may know, but that was an alumni reached out to somebody else to get that print made. And whenever he got it made for him, he had a few prints made for Heather, Kayla, Rebecca, and stuff like that. So that's where we got that one from. They may know. I don't know. But speaking of Heather, she did want me to say that Joe from Heraclitus Select Bourbon stuff wanted me to make an announcement on the live stream that there is going to be a delay on shipping the bourbon, but he'll email everyone with updated info and he'll answer any questions on stream. So anyway, guys, if you ordered the Birdsong blend, there's a small delay in the shipping. I'm sure they're going to get it worked out soon, but he's going to be emailing you. Anyway, boom. Sam Russell just finished week 4 of lifting, squatting 255.
I just saw that. He's been getting after that, getting it huffing and puffing going on.
Nice.
Good on you, man.
Yeah, man, it's not easy. People used to ask me, or they would talk to me because I was lifting a lot back then and stuff, and they'd be like, "Man, I just, sometimes I can't find the time to make it to the gym, and I feel bad, and this and that," and I'd have to tell them, like, I work somewhere with a gym attached to it where I would get paid to work out, and I still have a hard time making it out there sometimes.
Yeah,
like it's tough to stick to it, dude.
That's the hard thing, man. You just gotta. A long time ago, my friend Tom Puckett, who was a physical therapist he was a fighter, and then he got injured. And while he was rehabbing, he studied to become a physical therapist to rehab fighters who get injured. And so they would ask him, like, what's the hardest piece of equipment in the gym? And he used to say the front door. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then he would say, you can't outrun a fork.
Yep.
And I told that to Jaeger, and I think he said it a bunch of times after that.
That's who I heard that from. Was outrun? You can't outrun a fork.
That's what Tom.
Yeah.
Tom used to say
awesome.
That. Yeah. Yeah.
Cat Ash checking in from Brooklyn. You wild and wonderful ruffians. Hello, sir. Always on the road, man.
Brooklyn, Michigan. I think
Michigan,
that is.
yeah.
Is that Michigan?
I wasn't 100%, so I was
Damn,
just
dude.
gonna ignore it.
Is he? I guess he's still driving a truck then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For NASCAR.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Because he just told me a story about somebody at the track last time he was here. Excuse me.
Mark Curtis talking about empty guns annoy him. Me too. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Nope. Not at all.
Drawn by fire for the print.
Okay. So Adam Hall chiming in, drawn by fire. So that's that. Barry says, lift heavy, fight strong. Yeah, dude. I think Barry actually came to one of the Fight Strong seminars that Matt Reynolds did back in the day. And, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Matt. He might have made Jaeger mad. I'm not really sure, but Matt, when we were here, Matt said that I was the first person he saw do a deadlift with a Glock pistol on their hip. And I said he wasn't the first one. Jaeger was probably the first one, but maybe he just didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wait, you're lifting with your gun on?" I'm like, "Well, it won't be a surprise for people in this group, but possibly for other people."
Yep.
Tacticus Kilgore, I can fork a runner. All you gotta do is catch them.
Damn. And I think Austin was asking if we were going to make it out to the GOA event. I don't think we're going to make it this time. We were tossing it around. I didn't know, trying to work out the scheduling for it and stuff. I don't think we're going to be there. It's right over in Knoxville. It's Gun Owners of America is doing like their inaugural. It's in August up in Knoxville. So sometime like within the next 2 weeks up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway,
Do we know any people in that? Probably. Possibly.
I don't know anybody like in the organization, but like so Austin is working for Attorneys on Retainer now, on top of doing the training stuff like teaching. And Attorneys on Retainer are going to be there, and they were wanting us to come up there and do some stuff with them.
Well, maybe we can send a representative or something. Maybe possibly.
Right.
That would be good.
But what's up?
Yeah, Zach, what's up? How are we pissing off the internet this week, dude? Just being awesome. That's how you do it.
Dale, Joey, I took some classes this past weekend from a guy who was at Train and Learn with you. Man, I met a lot of cool people up there. Do you happen to remember who it was? Dude, yeah, there was a lot of really cool people there.
VSO gun channel. I've been lifting since I was 12. I thought I knew what I was doing, and then I took 5. Yeah, I think that's the thing, dude. Because up until this point, we've always been able to get our reps in, but I don't know if are they good reps,
right?
Know?
Yeah.
I mean, because we're not looking at us, when we do it, and no heterosexual dudes anyway.
I think that any of those physical skills, we run into it teaching. It's like, I've been shooting since I was 12, and then they're doing like that.
Right.
While,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Same thing.
My favorite is they'll start like that, and then pow, they'll shoot, and then
just slowly each time.
I was like, just eventually, that's not even really doing anything. It's just kind of out there.
Yeah. Same thing for dudes who lifting. They're like, I've been lifting my whole life, and then they go do a deadlift, and their back's all rounded, and like one foot's over the other side of the bar.
Oh my god, it's killing my back just thinking about it. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this weekend. I won't be able to make it.
Damn.
GOA's this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Farnham's in town. That's right. Yeah.
I was telling Heather, I said, I think we're going to get some bad inclement weather. Because historically speaking, whenever Farnham rolls in, bad. Not trying to talk anybody out of it. I'm just saying dress appropriately.
Right.
And anyway, I don't think we'll run into any freezing rain this time and any cold casualties, but we might have a tornado or two.
Right. So, attorneys on retainer needs a podcast guest now that Core Dynamics isn't going to be there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'd love to help him out. But I don't think we're going to make it.
Yeah, ribeye, two-handed shootings for rookies. You're right. Three-handed is the way to go.
Yeah. D-Walt, handed shooting is for rookies. That's funny.
Yeah, Bill Scott, that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Heather says, Farm's in town. I'm doing stuff for Brian and Christina's wedding. Their wedding is so close now.
It is.
So she won't be able to make it.
Yep.
Well, sorry about that.
Let's see. Read 4 reviews asking if we have a TR alumni manufacturing or working for a silencer manufacturer. Looking to outfit the Sons Liberty Gun Works boomstick. Man, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Scott saying he was here for those shenanigans. Vehicle tactics was horrible on day 2. There's one class that I hear people talk about, one Farnham class, where it was like so cold where they were having to get into the cars like in between each drill and warm back up before going back out.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, that one. And we went late, and the sun went down, and it got worse.
It got colder?
Dude, it was like it was just constant rain, and I think the temperature kind of hovered around in the mid-20s. And like nobody, like I had this waterproof Gore-Tex military parka, and I sent that thing back, and they were, they asked like, "What's the problem?" I said, "It is not waterproof." Like all I was doing, holding the water in, and it was rough, man. And I think Jerry was here for that, and he was driving home, and he had to stop and change clothes or something a bunch of times, and his wife got mad at us, and they were like, "Why do you let this happen? Like, don't let this happen again, or whatever." And so like, why do you keep those people out there when they do stuff? And I said, well, I'm sorry, I was there too, but I mean, if that changes anything, but it was pretty bad, man. It was rough. So hopefully it won't be, but historically speaking.
So Ackless. Yeah, all right. Yeah, sorry guys. I completely forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ackless, of course. That's what I meant to say.
It's funny, dude. I completely forgot that they made those.
Yep, same here. I'm just because they always come out and like with the machine guns and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They just always show up with them, and I was like, all right, it's another dude with a can on the gun. Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, my bad, dude. I forgot. Sorry. Lessons of waterproof versus water resistant. Yeah. Submarines are water resistant. There's even water in a submarine.
Damn.
Did you see that movie where they tie the string from one end of the submarine to the other, and then they dive, and you see the string drop?
No.
Because the sides are getting
smushed
in.
Yeah.
And then I saw that, and I was like, I'll never be in a submarine in my life, ever. But then water's like dripping in there. And I was like, you can't even keep the water out of that thing.
Jose Rivera, is it safe for a pregnant woman to hit the range? Daughter wants to go. I have heard that it is not safe, but I'm no doctor. So
what's the
Jose Rivera up there at the top asking, is it safe for a pregnant woman to hit the range? Daughter wants to go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I have always heard that it isn't okay.
I've heard the same thing, but I am aware of at least one pregnant lady in class.
Yeah.
And recently, in fact. And man, I don't know. I guess you'd have to. Depends on how sturdy the mom is, I suppose.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Ackless again. Higher XJ, is there a universe where you'd have a HK Mark 23 in your holster instead of a... No. I mean, nothing against them.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? I would love for them to make a cheaper version of the P7 and sell it to regular people like myself. That would be cool. Down Periscope with Kelsey Grammer. Was that the name of the movie? Maybe it is. Is the summary up? That's right.
Damn.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah, we can count on Mike for that. Movies and holsters. I'm going to take Mike's advice on it.
Yep. Okay. All right. So maybe she wants to wait a little while. I get it. Maybe some dry practice.
Yep.
If she's down for it. Talking about this VSO, which P7 though? Either one. I used to think about it like because the old single stack magazine one with the European style like bottom magazine release. That used to be the deal killer for me, but now doing what we do now, like shooting the gun empty, hauling ass to cover, fixing it back there. Now it's not such a bad. It doesn't bother me so much. And I think it would be harder to get in the magazine to inadvertently fall out while you're fighting with the gun. Like, because if you're like fighting for it and there's like some jabroni with his hands all over it and all his little dick skinners are getting all over it, we could inadvertently hit the button and that thing fall. Hell, sometimes they just fall out on their own.
Right.
And but anyway, so now it's not such a
right.
It wouldn't be a deal killer now.
Chris Thomas. I don't know the details, but someone shot at our local Taco Bell drive-thru up in Ohio less than an hour ago. Crazy times. They were probably out of Baja Blast. I get it. I understand.
That's crazy. He might. Well, no. Yeah, that is pretty crazy, man. Yeah, carry your gun. I mean, I'm not saying it would change anything. Just if you wanted the option to shoot back,
right? I think in Tom Given's class, or no, it was actually with Akil. It was for Keel's pro-social pistol skills. He says a line in there where he says, "You choose every day when you're going to carry your gun. Someone else chooses when you're going to need to use it." Right?
Yeah, I've heard him say that.
So
good point.
I like that.
Good point. We've been saying, talking about malfunctions. Like the operator is usually the first one, and it's like, not carrying your gun. That's operator error number one.
Yep.
Not carrying your gun loaded. It's not the gun's fault.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't drive itself to the Taco Bell.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Damn. So not carrying your gun, what's that, a type 0 malfunction then?
That's a type all of them.
Type all of them?
Yeah, that's a type 100 right there. That'll get it done.
Yep. Scott says, squeeze cocking piece 7, weird gun, but fun to shoot. I don't think I've ever shot one of those.
No, and then Jaeger used to warn me that, like, the way the thing is built, it gets, like, super duper hot. So maybe appendix carry might not be the first for all you weird dudes that carry appendix. But the good news is there's probably only like 8 or 9 bullets in there, so
Right.
so it couldn't get that hot.
Damn. Look at that cat ass doing my job for me. Yeah, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do so. That stuff matters. It's silly, but it matters. So if you don't mind, just keep listening to my voice. So wherever you're at on your screen, just go up a little bit to kind of, it's typically right there underneath where the video's playing, and now click the little thumb up.
Yeah,
Good.
Smash it like a hot chick. Smash it.
Get on it like a bulldog on mayonnaise. Cool.
Let's see.
Find another one, Jay.
All right, what are we doing here? Boom, 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 boom.
People talking about a Mark 23. I don't even know what that is.
Sounds like he might have already bought one. And now he's like, all right, do I need to sell this or not? Bro, that's up to you, man. And I'm only kidding if you do have one. Good on you if you did. Speaking of the Ohio shootings, another customer's house got a drive-by next to the Stop and Rob down the road from the office. Josh DeWalt.
Dude. DeWalt out there repoing people's stuff in the middle of the craziest neighborhoods.
He's like, roll up into Section 8, so I'm going to need that couch. And
oh, man.
It's like when you got 2 handfuls of couch, then they're going to be like, all right, here we go. I was like, oh, no.
Yep. Yeah. You can't just yell pivot and get yourself out of that situation.
Tacticus, you ever seen a bulldog? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They love. Dude, when I was a kid, my mom had a cat that you could take anything out of the refrigerator, but as soon as the jar of mayonnaise come out, that cat was on the counter. Like, it knew which one that was. And so it's like you take the mayonnaise out and you turn around and it's like sitting there like, ah!
Damn. Let's see. Some more people talking about the stuff. Paul Wilson says, hey, Joey, my wife is a nurse practitioner in women's health, and she heeded you all, and said that it is not healthy for a woman to go to the gun range while pregnant. Okay, there you go.
All right. I haven't been heated in a while. What's up, Snowbird? What's up, Snowbird? Maybe he's talking to somebody in Michigan or something.
The Iridium Group is here. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hey. Good evening, good evening.
Yep. Dude, NSR they do in fact have a double Glock 17 appendix holster. I've got one. I just need another Glock 17 to throw down in it.
Damn. That's a bunch of gun in there too.
Yep.
I carried a Gen 1 Glock 17 for a long time. Loved it. But it's just kind of big.
Yeah.
Now that I got a little more tummy.
Dude, whenever like my intro to guns, live stream has heard this 100 times. James, like, we were getting married. Heather was pregnant.
Here's your gun.
And he was like, Glock 19, you're taking fighting pistol, right? Like that kind of thing. So
mandatory gun.
Glock 19 forever and always. And then I don't know when it happened, but it was after I started working here. And he was like, here's a 17. He was talking to me about the difference between a 17 or a 19. And he gave me a 17. And I was just like, immediately, just like, oh, like they make a Glock that fits my hand. Like this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And so now I carry the 17.
Yeah. So we were on the road one year, one of those years where we did the whole like world tour, you know, and we were in Colorado, and so I'm shooting a drill, and I need a magazine, and what was I shooting? I had a 17 and James had a 19.
Mm-hmm.
And he pitched me one, and I'm like trying to smash it up in there and get the gun to work, and it's not working. And I was like, and so on the ride back, I said, hey, when we get to the shop, I need to swap this for a 19. And he was like, look, I'm not making that mandatory. I said, no, you're not doing it. I'm doing it. Because you and I are in the truck a lot.
Right.
And I can't have that happen again. You know, like, I was fighting the steel target bad guy then, but if it would have been, a bunch of chicks with green hair and penises trying to kill me with a skateboard, it would have turned out different.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, damn.
Uh-oh.
We're behind.
Oh, my fault. I was getting into this whole thing.
No. That's good. Let's see, Sam says, if anybody lives too far west to go to SRF, he will be speaking at the Midwest Preparedness Festival near Lawrence, Kansas, September 3rd and 8th. Oh, that's cool, dude. Very cool.
Who? Oh, he will be.
Yeah, he'll be speaking there.
I see it.
Yep.
Hereded? Is that a word too? Hered? Paul Wilson?
Yeah, she heard us. She heard us talking about pregnant women and shooting.
That's not how you spell heard. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was past tense of heard.
There you go.
Hered.
Dude, Garrett's asking if we're going to be out to Wyoming next year. Maybe Jay. Dude, I'll come wherever you. Yeah, you have a range for us.
Yeah,
Boom.
dude.
10 signups for a pistol class, and then whatever class you want to do after that, man. For sure, we'll go wherever.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Wyoming yet, like and hung out.
I haven't either, man.
Yeah.
I haven't either. I would like to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see it. Look at Paul Wilson, Dame spell check. It got you again.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Kyle, I carried a Glock 45 for a year now, and I still love my Glock 19. I agree.
Yep.
It's about the right size for just about everything. I carried a 34 for a long time, and like over the course of the years, like it had the extended magazine release button and an extended slide stop lever, which I never used.
Mm-hmm.
I knew this dude. He had a 26, and he was like, the classic argument before I knew what I know now. He's like, all these switches and stuff are hard to get to, and I was like, well, we'll swap them out in the hotel. And so I did that, and I was like, all right, so I got this, and then so I carried that in the $10 Glock holster. Loved it.
Yeah.
And and then I went to the range, and there was this guy there with his girlfriend or wife, I don't know, but she had a 17, and she says, hey, I kind of like your gun. Can I shoot it? And I was just joking with her, and she had a shoot and see target, and I said, if you hit that bullseye, I'll swap you guns right now. And so she fired it, and there was nothing on the paper. Like at first, you couldn't see anything, and I was like, wow, there's no way she missed that whole circle. And then I kind of like looked at it and like right through the, like you walked up there and pushed the bullet through it. And I saw it. I was like, oh, I said, it looks like you got a gun. And so she looks at him and she's like, can I really swap? And he's like, it's your gun. You can do whatever. So she swapped me, and that's the one I had when I showed up here.
Wow. That's crazy. Of course, that's how it happened. Yeah.
Back when I was shooting in Pensacola a lot, when dudes like William April and Gomez and Andy Stafford and all those dudes were asking me, did I know Yeager? And I didn't know him. And they were like, are you sure you don't know him? And I said, no, dude, I don't know the dude. And so anyway.
That's funny. Where are we at now?
Uh-oh, what'd you guys do now? Dylan, hello, sirs. Hail, sir. Hail, sir. Hail, sirs.
Tanner Foley, that one's for me. Galaxy Impact versus Divine Departure. Galaxy Impact because Garp is cooler. Let's see. Jonathan Webb swapped to a 45 and loves it. His wife has his 19 now. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna try this name, but hope I don't butcher it. Daryush Borja. Can you sign up for class without bringing ammo or a gun?
No, yeah, for sure.
All right.
We have guns for loan, and if you need help with ammo, send us an email, and we can definitely get something worked out for you, man. Yeah.
Cat Ass, tell us a good Gomez story. So we're on the road. Gomez, we'd go to a drive-through, something, and he would try to order a chicken fried Coke. Excuse me. Joshua Walt, Immediate Action Medical, no ammo, the fight, all Sims. Yeah, good point.
Yep.
Good point.
Mike was talking about that as well. Take the medical class or Force on Force for the real fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the fight can be tough if you haven't had fighting pistol, but it's still absolutely worth jumping in there. Plenty of people take it as their first class, and they still learn. They might learn more.
Dude, well, I tell you what I've noticed is the dudes that take the fight first and then they do pistol, like watch that when that dude scans. Like
right?
That's different. Like you don't want to be anywhere near that guy, man. Like he will hurt you. Like if he turns around and sees you, he's like, "Hey, what's?"
Yeah.
And not saying the rest of the people just kind of dismiss it, but it doesn't mean as much to them.
Yeah. There's a big difference between people who have only scanned on the range and then people who have scanned in the shoot house and had the consequences for not doing a good scan.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm just scanning so this guy won't yell at me anymore.
Right.
And I said, okay, fine, don't do it. I mean, and see what happens.
Dude, yeah. So you met James overseas, right? That was your first time after everybody being like, "You sure you don't know him?"
Yeah.
So then, because I just assumed that you always just jumped into help teach over here and stuff. Did you like take classes here first?
Yeah.
Or?
So once I got back to the States and it looked like things were really kind of slowing down in terms of like contract work or whatever. So I'm in Florida, not a whole lot going on, and so I'm calling him and I'm like, "Hey, dude, like, what do you think about this?" And blah blah blah. Because I had some ideas that we kind of currently implement now, and so James, he's like, "Bro, just come up here," and so boom, jumped in, drove up, hung out for 2-3 years, like you do, and so he's like, "Bro," and took classes, hung out, helped out, more or less like everybody else does here, and then and then became a permanent fixture. And he says, I told him initially, if you don't know this, I said I'm not accepting any money from you because I thought any minute now phone's gonna ring, I'm gonna have to get a plane ticket and go away, and I don't ever want there to be that thing where like, hey, I'm still waiting for a check from you. I didn't want it to go like that. And, like you have a friendship and like money gets in the way and it gets weird.
Right.
And I'd rather be without the money. But so anyway, he just said, "Hey, look, it looks like I'm going to have to start paying you now." I said, "Okay." Regrettably, I will accept the money. So just started paying me. And then he was like, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm going to give you this outline in this shirt. I need you to go drive to this place and teach this class." And so that there.
Damn.
And then,
all right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always just pictured it was like, boom, you're over there, and then just like you guys flew back on the same plane, landed, and then boom, like both started teaching like right then and there.
Yeah, no, he and Barry left ahead of me, and after the whole thing happened, and I kind of struggled around in there a little bit, and jumped on another contract, which is a lot shorter, and not affiliated with the same business. And then I said, dude, eventually just I got to go back, and
okay.
And I didn't want to leave because it seemed like to me like once you leave, like you're off the radar, like and then you come back, it's like you're the new guy all over again.
Right. Right.
And so I was trying to avoid all that, but it's like I see the writing on the wall, like everyone's packing up and leaving this joint, and the people that are already established on like permanent teams are gonna stay, and then the rest of the people are kind of in limbo. So I was kind of in limbo, and I said, yeah, it's probably like cut my losses and bail now. And anyway, came back to Florida, spent a bunch of money like you do.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this ain't gonna work. And so anyway, ended up here.
Nice.
Yeah. Heather Gomez introduced me to the Pixies when I was like 16, 17 years old. I still listen to the album. Yep. Gomez had an eclectic collection of there's a, I don't know if they still have them, but there used to be a thing called Lilith Fair. And like it's just a bunch of chicks that lots of flannel shirts in there, comfortable shoes, if you will.
Okay. Yeah.
Possibly WNBA season ticket holders, possibly in there.
All right.
But Dave sends stuff to like Gomez, like he was one of them. So they would just like, so he would like be friends with these like really like anti-gun, anti. I won't say, well, people that you wouldn't think would be, you know, like our people.
Right.
And,
Right.
So, but he was in contact with them a lot, and but it was funny. They would just send him stuff. Yeah, Dylan Mansell, Lilith Fair is a big lesbian. Yeah, yeah, dude, the strong Subaru vibe going on there. Nothing against Subarus, just saying, all-wheel drive. If you live in a northern state, probably a good idea to have that. But yeah, they sent him all that stuff, and then he had the bizarre wardrobe habits. So I think that's kind of what led me.
Yeah, that's how he was able to just.
He's like, he's
blend
one of
right
us.
in. Yeah.
I blend right in. When we went to Canada, and he got off the plane, and he was like in his duds, that serape shirt, and I think James called it the dope blanket, and
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like a hoodie, but it's made out of like that really rag stuff, and so like high visibility shorts, and so all this stuff, and anyway, like he's coming into Canada, and he would tell him he was there for May Day, and they're like high-fiving him, and they're like me, they're like, you go in that room, you know, stupid capitalist.
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm Dylan Mansell. I'd buy a Subaru. Yeah, I like one. I guess you're a drug rug.
That's what it was.
The drug rug, not dope rug. It was a donkey blanket and drug rug. They call it. No, man, I drive a Subaru. My family has Subarus. I dig it. I'm just saying, it's a thing with those people. I'm like again, another Subaru.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I always heard, because I never got to meet Gomez, you know, so it is very interesting to hear everybody talk, and like his outfits always get brought up and stuff, and then for like years after hearing about him, like I saw a picture of like him like helping teach a class or something like that, or I didn't know it was him. But anyway, it was like an old picture from an old class. And I was like, oh, is that Gomez? And it's because he had on the drug rug and like goggles instead of like glasses and stuff, like a weird hat.
Yeah, no, he had like these racquetball goggles, but I think they were prescription, but they were also his safety glasses. So it was like a one-hit deal. And like he'd walk around with those things on all the time. And so anyway, it's just... because you don't know when you have to like slap leather and go for it. So you better have your goggles on.
That's right. That's funny.
They make those drug rug hoodies with mag. Shut up. All right, I need to see that.
Yep. And then Austin says Brian was looking for a drug rug while he was out there in Arizona. He got a drug rug while he was out there in Arizona.
Dude, I didn't even put it together, but Yeager said that Brian was the new Gomez. And then when he said it, I was like, shit, he's right. He nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gomez's YouTube channel is still up. Watch all that stuff. Is good.
Oh, that's super cool.
It's good stuff, man. But it was funny because he had James used to call him the Cliff Clavin of the tactical world. Like, if you don't know, like in Cheers, you know, they had that postman that was always at the bar, and he always had something like these weird, he knew a bunch of stuff about everything. And then somebody would say, hey, this, for example, this AK-47, this magazine won't go in here. And I'm like, you know, what would I say?
I don't know. What would you say?
What would you say?
I'd say don't use that magazine.
Yeah, put another magazine.
Yeah.
But then they look at Gomez, and he was like, well, that one was made, you know, during the Great Rivet Crisis of '56. You know, when the flat rivets you couldn't find anymore, and he'd go into this thing and the metallurgy and the blah blah blah. And then the guy's like, well, what do I do? And I was like, just try a different magazine.
That's funny.
Casey, what is Gomez's channel? I'd try Paul Gomez.
I bet it'll pop up.
Or he had some, right after he went to Canada and came back, he had business cards made up. It says Gomez International. I was like, well, you're legit now. You're no longer Gomez Domestic.
Damn.
Oh, that's right. Dylan made a point. He had a video where he improvises a tourniquet with a triangular bandage, key ring, and a carabiner. Look that up. That's good stuff.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he was a reluctant genius.
The Iridium Group says that he's been teaching medical to some of the guys that you taught up there back in the day. That's crazy.
Where?
Up in Canada.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Man, we don't go there anymore. I kind of wish we did, but like those guys didn't mess around. Like they always come in a big crew. Mm-hmm. Everyone came in like an RV and with like grills, barbecue grills, beer, all that. Like they came in to stay for a while. I was like, dude, Canada. Yeah, Gomez International. That might be the name of the thing of the channel.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, he's a smart guy. He's the one that got me for TK4. I was thinking about like switching out one of the hooks for like one of those pull rings, like on a smoke, so you'd like push it through.
Yeah.
There and but I was like, you know, knowing my luck, I'd pull it out with the hook end and then be hunting for the you know the ring end in the dark or whatever. And, so anyway, Tacticus Kilgore, Cara Hispanic. What's that mean?
I'm not 100%. Normally I can pick up on it, but I don't know.
Joey knew what palindrome was straight off the bat.
Maybe it's the carabiner bit.
Oh,
yeah. Carabiner.
Got it.
Yeah, I just had to say it a few times.
All right, tip your waitress.
You got
Everyone got me. Josh, I'll do a Canada trip. Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'd do one.
They don't like me very much, but I'll give it a try.
Well, have you tried going through customs with a drug rug on and goggles?
Dressed as a Lilith Fair? No, I haven't. I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
No, they hemmed me up twice trying to come through there.
So what you were saying, that he was the one who turned you on to about this TK4 thing. You were saying you wanted to do with the pull ring on it?
Yeah, so where one of the hooks would be, he just took the hook out and he put one of those split
so he did
rings.
Do that. So cool.
And so he bent the S hook so you could push it through the ring.
Okay.
And so he pushed it through the ring and then came back on itself and like started finishing it the rest of the way. And I saw that, I was like, but like I never got lucky enough to have the end that I wanted, like by the time it all came out, you know.
Yeah.
So it didn't work out so well for me, but I think it was an improvement on it. Dude, that guy was smart, man. He was thinking about stuff a lot.
Right.
Where are we at? Josh, I tried the south side and it was exciting. South side of Canada, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we? We were in, oh shit, I can't remember the name now. Lots of trees, very beautiful. Very beautiful. I can see why Wolverine would want to live there.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I wasn't working here
Edmonton.
whenever you guys went up to Edmonton.
Edmonton and Vancouver. Vancouver was pretty cool. That's when I had Aaron Little was with us, and Aaron had this thing about hotel rooms and like the top cover on the bed. He was like, "You don't know how much like DNA is in that, you know," and so that would bother him. And because one time he had a traumatic experience, and we came in, it's like there was some kind of material on the side of the box spring, like a splatter, like someone was executed there. And like he came in, dude, and he's like already had the Surefire out, and he was like, and he hit it, and he was like, "What is that?" And so anyway, I tried to convince him that like the hotel staff were having sex in our room, and he didn't. It didn't bother him at first, and I said, "And they're doing it poorly." and he was like, "Oh my
God." So he says south side of America. So that was the exciting part. Okay, yeah, that probably is exciting.
Oh shit.
Yep, there it is.
Yep, here it comes, Hilo.
The Iridium group says you were in Alberta. Did you jump up to Alberta as well? Up in
Man,
Canada?
yeah, you would be right.
Right.
Probably. It was nice, man. I know that out on the west side, above Washington State, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that, and but I think we drove across on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't be sure, man, because that was one of those times where like every place looked the same, and everyone looked the same. And Edmonton is where we had there was a young man that his mom drove him to class and sat in the car and waited for him to shoot class, and then he would get in the car and they would drive away.
Oh, wow.
And it's like really squared away young man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you guys do stuff different in Canada, and I kind of dig it. Yep.
Damn. Yeah.
There's a Hilo circling, so maybe it's the Boogaloo.
Austin says he's been known to think about stuff sometimes. Yeah, but you're not thinking about the right stuff.
Yep, you should stop that. Yeah, Edmonton, Alberta.
Damn.
No, it was a good time, man. I like those. That hotel had a water slide in it, and that was kind of cool.
That's my kind of hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett says, hello, Ed. So talking to the Iridium group. Hope things are well. Maple syrup. Yeah, I mean, we have been rude. We haven't been closing it out with the normal Canadian sign-off on each sentence. Hockey, maple syrup. I don't know what else.
Alberta is the Texas of Canada. Good. Okay. I dig it. They did another thing too, like on the pack of the cigarettes, they would have like a picture of like the gum disease that like the nicotine would cause. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they were like trying to deter people from buying the product or whatever, but like there's just a dude just like banging them down, and he's like, yeah, well, I like to smoke. What do you want?
That's not going to happen to me.
Right? It happened to the dude on the cigarette. Works for the cigarette people.
Yep.
Trailer Bar, Letterkenny. These are all.
Have you seen Letterkenny?
I have not.
Oh, dude, you might like it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's a sitcom style based in Canada.
All right.
It's got some fucking zingers in it.
All right. Well, now I'm curious. Now I may have to do that.
Yeah. I never watched Trailer Park Boys though. Heather gets mad at me all the time. Her and Shelton loved that show, and I just never got into it. It's another Canadian-based sitcom kind of thing, but it just wasn't my my cup of tea.
The last time I watched anything that mostly out of Canada was Kids in the Hall and SCTV. You may not even you might not have even been alive when
Don't even know what those mean.
So Second City TV was it was kind of like a Saturday Night Live version in Canada, and but like John Candy was in there and a bunch of other dudes. And it was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And Kids in the Hall. If you get a chance, you should look into that.
See, Heather says I'm wrong.
Shit, what now? Milk in bags.
Yeah, they were just giving us a list of Canadian stuff to throw at the end of our sentences when we're talking to Ed.
Dude, Tim Hortons, yeah, never was really a big fan of that. Yeah, Kids in the Hall's good. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They did some really good Strange Brew. You haven't seen that?
Nope.
All right, man. You got some homework. Got some homework to do. Damn, here it comes again.
Yeah.
So we got a helo circling our location.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob and Doug.
Damn. They call a bucket a pail.
So there was these two brothers, and they would call each other hosers and hose heads.
Mm-hmm.
And don't know what that means, but it was funny. And,
yeah, they got some of that in Letterkenny. Dylan says seasons 1 through 7 of Trailer Park Boys are great. Man, I mean, listen, dude, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you over it, but it's the same thing. There's like Shelton watches these weird shows that sometimes I just can't get into, right? Believe it or not, right?
No way. Wait, our Shelton?
Yeah, right. Though that dude, not a different one. That dude watches some weird stuff, and I just can't get into it. And the Trailer Park Boys is one of them.
Yeah.
Tell me, Joey has seen Seinfeld and The Office. I have seen bits of both of those, but not a lot. The only time I see it is when Heather is like she has like comfort shows she watches when she can't sleep. So Seinfeld and The Office, it's like whichever one she picks first. So I always get bits and pieces, and then I'll be on my phone doing whatever I'm doing, and I'll laugh at a joke, and she's like, "You can't laugh, you're not watching it."
Wait a minute, she's like a TV Nazi.
She's like, "You keep doing whatever you're doing."
30 Helens Agree. That was a skit that they used to do on Kids in the Hall. It's a good one, but no, they did a skit one time where this guy was like, they're on a construction site, and this guy's like, hey, like, he's like, come on, I've seen this before. Like, why don't you get workman's comp? And he's like, well, I'm not injured. And he's like, yeah, not yet. And so he's like, hey, take that hammer and hit him in the head. And and he was like, so he like takes his hard hat off. He's like, oh no, a gust of wind blew my hard hat off. And then this guy's coming at him with this hammer, and he was like, no, not the hook end, you idiot.
All right. That sounds like something I could get into.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Mike says he's been on a Kill Tony binge. Kill Tony's pretty good. That's a podcast where they do stand-up comedy. They just draw names from a bucket, and you get 1 minute, and people bomb really hard. So if you get like a secondhand embarrassment from like listening to people like get their soul crushed, maybe don't watch it or listen to it. But it happens. But some people are funny.
All right, okay. Weapons Junkie, happy birthday, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds a little bit like Whose Line Is It Anyway, which is a pretty good show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever saw that.
I did get to see that. Yeah.
I saw one episode one time where they picked somebody from the audience, and it was just like Cheryl, and she works in accounting, and it's okay, you have to make up a song about Cheryl in accounting to the tune of, and some guy jumps up, reggae.
Yeah.
And he's like, shit. But it was so good, dude. Like, everyone's clapping, everyone's singing. Like, he doesn't stop. And, like, the credits just roll. Like, they closed the show out on that.
Nice.
And I was like, that was awesome.
Damn. All right. Well, we're at the 8 o'clocks. So I guess we'll go ahead and get ready to close this bad boy out.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, thank you for watching as always. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next Monday for the member stream, next week for this stream. And remember, well, wait, how do I get it mixed up with the videos? This is